y'all, today's video is going to show you all about my first graders curriculum choices. I am a homeschooling mama of 4 daughters, and my first grader is my 3rd child, and she is a young first grader. She started kindergarten when she was still 4 last year. Her birthday is in November, and so I challenged her a year early, and I wasn't sure if she would be able to do it or not, and she blew me away. She's really smart, and I know I'm her mama, so I should say that, but she really is very different and just unique, and there's something different about her than all of the rest of my kids. I don't know what it is, but God has big plans for that one. And so I know that since she is doing so well and that she likes a challenge, I will just keep on, and I will never ever push her too hard. I don't want that to ever come across that I'm pushing her beyond her comfort zone, because I can tell with her when she does need a break, and also when I need a break working with her. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of background before I show you this, because what my choices for first grade and your choices for first grade may look completely different. I am holding her to like a lower first grade level, and you'll see that we use a lot of the good and the beautiful. And if you are not familiar with them, their courses do not necessarily correspond to grades. Say you were doing level K, which is kindergarten technically. By the end of it, you're actually kind of in the middle of first grade, maybe second semester first grade, and that's just how they designed it. It's more rigorous, it is more advanced, it's more challenging than a lot of other curriculums. And so with my kids with language arts, like I usually have, this is going to be our 2nd year using it, so it's not like we've used it from the start with all of my kids, but I'm finding that one level under their grade number is what's working for them, and then by 8th, 9th grade they'll be up to level with, with the grade and course number matching together. So that's just where we are. Some kids are staying like level 1, grade 1, level 3, grade 3, but for us right now, that's just not my kids. I have found that teaching language arts has kind of been a challenge to me, which blows my mind, because that was what I really loved when I was in school myself, and I thought I was good at it and I made good grades, but teaching it has been different. And so we've struggled with kind of what works not only for them but for me too, because if it does not work for yourself as the teacher, it's not going to work for your kids. You have to be just as interested in it as they are. And I feel like our first couple of years of homeschooling, that I kind of had to just play around and test the waters with several things, and I do think that did create a little bit of some gaps in my older 2 kids, which we are catching up on. But I used to let that stress me out, and I don't so much anymore, because I know it's going to be okay. If they were sitting in a public school right now, they wouldn't remember everything either, and they would have gaps there too. So no matter what choice you make, there are going to be some gaps. So I wanted to explain that, but let's jump right into this video so that you can see what we are going to be using. And here is our first grade lineup. We have the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts Level K. And what I want to explain about this one is that she actually went through half of this book last year, and then I had to pause and supplement from time to time because she just wasn't picking up on it as quickly as I would have liked to. And so I supplemented with other things, and then I debated really hard on what I was going to do, and I just decided we'll just go back to the beginning. We'll do exactly what we did last year, and I'm sure she'll blow right through the first half this time, and then she'll kind of pick up where she needs to be. Like I've stated in my other videos, it doesn't necessarily correspond to the grade level. Just because it says K doesn't mean that it cannot be used in a grade older than that. I have seen where it does take sometimes 2 years to get through this book, and so I just want to really take our time and make sure she understands everything while we have that grace in these younger grades. This is the Level K reader, and it will tell you in the course book whenever it's time to get to this. I think it was actually time when we stopped the book, and then we just stopped. She has read through both of these. This is the Bob book set 1, so we will need to move to set 2 before too long. And then the box A beginner books with the good and the beautiful, she will need to get the B. It goes A through D, I believe. So once she picks up on this real well, we'll move right along to the next levels. We really enjoy those. And then I have not done this with her before, but I'm so excited to explode the code. And I just chose to start with level 1, and it looks like it will really help her little phonics skills, and I think she'll think it's really fun as well. We have a level 1 handwriting with the good and the beautiful also. I almost put her in cursive, but because she is such a young first grader, I didn't want to overwhelm her. I think she would enjoy it, but I'll wait another year or so. I think that starts in level 3, but it can be done sooner. I just decided we will stick with print for now, especially since she is still on that level K course. And these are always so cute. My girls really love the handwriting books. And I didn't want to necessarily show this, but I wanted to have math sitting here. I am waiting on the release for the brand new math. I think it is Simply Math with the Good and the Beautiful level 1. You will see that we did start this as soon as she was finished with kindergarten, because she finished kind of before our school year was going to end. And we started it just a few lessons, not even to this point, you see. And it's really neat, like always, but I knew that I would want the new updated one, so I decided just to stop and wait for that to come out. The only problem is that it may not be coming out in time for us to start our new school year, so I will show you what I am going to be doing until then. This is the Christian Light Education program. They have black books, and they have 1 through 10, I think, maybe 9. This is just book 101. We just decided to start with a couple of them and work through these if we need to during the summer until we're waiting on that Good and the Beautiful math to come out. I don't want this to confuse anyone. I almost didn't put this in here, but I've really liked what we've done so far, and so I did want to share that I am not just biased to the Good and the Beautiful. I do think there are other good programs. I enjoyed that they had the math facts cards in here. That is not something that is with the Good and the Beautiful, and that could be for a good reason. I haven't looked at that very far to know, but she's really liked it, and so I thought just for now it wouldn't hurt to do these little things. So this will be our first grade lineup for the 2021-22 school year.